Hello, hello. Hey, beautiful one. How are you? How was your week? Welcome back to episode 21 of Perfectly Posa podcast. You are listening to your host, Posa herself. Your girl is in the building. It's surreal. I feel like I don't know, if you have started something from the scratch, not knowing, like legit not knowing what you're going to do, you're just listening to the calling and answering, and I guess you know how I feel to be rounding up season 1 of Perfectly Posa podcast. I'm excited, and I'm sad. I'm excited that it's ending. I'm also sad, of course. I'm sad, and I'll be honest with you, I'm also worried. Am I going to be back for season 2? I know that I want to be back. I know I'm going to work hard at being back, but am I going to be back? This is a thought that has been in my heart. I'm human, so I have to think that way sometimes, I guess. But I'm going to start by giving out a shout out to someone who has helped me make sure that this podcast has been real, has been back to back every Thursday, and that's the person of Kemo, the guide. I know you all remember her, so big a shout out to you. I don't need to say too much. Big shout out. I was thinking about what to say. I had a rough week. Guys, when I said that, I was going to be positive, be positively you. I think that's how I ended last week's episode. Positive is not an easy feeling. I got to realize that I got stressed more than I, thought, but I kept it going, guys. I kept being positive. It was a wonderful week. I don't have anything bad to say about it. This past week has been has been a learning curve. It has been positive, because I am sure everything that has happened has its ripple effects that are going to come back and give me blessings. My week was great. My week was excellent. It was trying. It was hectic. See, guys, I didn't have light all through this week. No light. Let me just do like aside. I don't know what happened in Abuja. Apo something went bad in Apo, and it triggered Lupe, and we didn't have light for a while. And then the light came on, and guys, as we saw the light, we were like, before we couldn't finish, guys, transformer has born. Like, no jokes. Transformer just do light and go. Hey guys, see, that one off me. Like, I was just laughing when I heard it. I was just laughing. I was like, so that light that went off, that I thought they were just like trying it, like the way NEPA they behave now, ADC, how they behave. I just thought that was what was happening, not knowing that transformer. Like, we came out from one wahala, entered another one straight up. I was just laughing. It was amazing. And my generator spot, it was like rush. We had to fix it, guys. After fixing it, after not having light for how many days, finally now fixing the generator, they brought the light. And I'm like, is it that so it was just compulsory that I had to go through what I went through. I could not dodge it. I said it last week that there are some challenges that will come that you cannot run away from. Like, there's nothing you can do. You have to face it. But anyways, that happened, and work happened. Technology, in the horoscope for last week, yeah, and earlier this week, they talked about how technology might fail us and stuff. Oh, I got hit like I got hit with that one. But there was a lesson. There was a lesson. You can only radiate light in darkness. That's my lesson. There would not have been a need for light if there was no darkness. The world came from, the Bible says, there was space and the spirit was roaming. There was darkness, right? There was water. Light formed this entire world. The Big Bang Theory, they will tell you that from a black hole, blah, 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 and there goes the bang, bang, and whatever. The fruit is that it starts from darkness. Positivity radiates from negativity. You cannot be positive if you're not going through trials. That's just the fruit. You cannot be positive if you're not going through trials. Like, what exactly are you positive about? You just be bleak, like, because you don't know what good times is and you don't know what bad times is or bad times are. So that's what I learned this week. That's my lesson this week, that if you say you're going to be positive, the things that will cause negativity would happen. What would be your reaction? Will you break down? Will you release negative back to negative? Or will you stay positive? When we hear motivational speakers say, be positive, how do you cope with life? I cope with life by being positive. It means that there's a negative. That's how we operate. Even our electricity, it's got negative, positive, neutral. Now, if you're wondering why you cannot be neutral, if you have those plugs that are throwing out, that has positive, negative, neutral, if the neutral gets bad, like if it blows, do you know you can still use only the negative and positive? I mean, I remember then when we were in school, and maybe sometimes everybody is in the house and we're like 5 in the house, and the extension is not enough. We don't need to plug the whole 3 outlets. We just plug 2 parts so that everybody will use it 2. So you cannot be neutral in life. You cannot be neutral in life. You are either positive or negative. You are either a combination of positive and negative, but you cannot be neutral. When you stay neutral, what are you imparting? You cannot want to impact the world by being neutral. So, if we have to be positive, that means there will be negative. So you know what? I stopped asking, why is this so much? Why does every day have to come with a challenge? It's a lot. Can't I get a break? I stopped asking that, and I went into full mode anticipating. I remember that in episode 4, episode 5, I talked about when you now understand that these challenges, these life exams, comes to make you better. Like, it empowers you. No superhero just flies and defeats the enemy the minute he or she is born, the minute he or she is awakened. They take time, they do trial and error, they do small things, they get broken down, they have to stand up again. Like, why do we feel like we only have to live like that in the movies? We can live that in our real life as well. So this week, at a point, I was like, thick skin. I am now awaiting. I am not ready. I'm no more taking unawares. Like, why am I still taking unawares? That was even the question. Why am I no longer anticipating all of these challenges? And I left from the defensive. I went on the offensive. You pass me the ball, I pass it right back. And it awakened a fire in me that has been, lying still for so long, just hibernating. I remember, when I was younger, you have to think twice about doing certain kind of things with me because you just naturally know that I would not tolerate it. I would not take it. And they tried to mold me. I remember that my mom would say, "Omo voodoo." That's a child with heart. And it's at a point it began to look like a character flaw. Your heart is strong. You must not react. You must not fight. Just let it go. Let it pass. Avoid trouble. And because yes, I didn't want to always burn the house down. See, I don't burn the house down. I make sure that you are in the house and you get burnt and you ignite a fire that burns down your house. It became a character flaw, or rather I started seeing it as a character flaw, as a troublemaker, as a quick flame, and I brought it down. Nobody had to teach me. I learned how to control my temper. I would rather walk away and not say anything. I learned it by myself. For a long time, I collected perfume bottles that I broke whenever I felt like I was too angry to express myself. And I always cry. A lot of times people think when I cry, I'm just one of those people that the minute my temper comes, the tears follows. Like, it's embarrassing. It is mad as embarrassing because it looks like I am weak. But that's just come hand in hand, and I'm learning to accept it. I'm learning to accept it because I'm learning to know that I have negative and positive. See, positive cannot work without negative. There is no leaving one part of myself in the corner so that I would fit. I would wedge fire on one hand and I would wedge ice on the other one. And I would treat the situation with whatever I need to treat it with. I understand the part of neutral, and that's where I'm beginning to learn. And for me, neutral is now learning to pick my battle. I saw a quote somewhere, I hope I get it right. It says that you are a winner only when you know how to pick your battles. And one of the things that I know that this podcast has done for me is that I have learned how to pick my battle. And that's where the neutral ends. I will deliver fire if I need to deliver fire. I will deliver ice if I need to deliver ice. I will, on certain occasions, pick neutral because that's what works best. But this is the whole of me. This season was about finding your voice, knowing what your purpose is, following it, staying put, even in the times of challenges. When I said all of these things at the beginning of this episode of this season, wallahi, I didn't know all of this would come. I had a different version of 2022. Prosperity is soft life, luxury is. Have I gotten all of this? I think if I sit down and reason all of it and understand everything, yes, it has come to me, but it has definitely not come to me in the way that I thought it will. I thought they were going to come to me in the physical, but they had to come to me in the spiritual so that I can appreciate the physical. I was talking to Kemo earlier and I told her that if you ask me who are you, I can answer. There was a time where if somebody says, "Oh, can you write personal statement for me?" I would write about someone so well. And then if you asked me to write about me, I couldn't put the words down. If you asked me to do an introduction of myself, like I used to do a lot, like why do I have to introduce myself? But right now, I can introduce myself. I understand who I am. I accept every part of me. I accept every part of me. I'm not putting aside one I am learning to live in harmony in all that is within me. And that's what the podcast has done for me. And if there's one person, just one person, who has listened and you have learned to be you, to be perfectly you, to accept all that comes with you, to embrace who you are, then season 1 has been great. I didn't know the impact that season 1 would get for me, but I can tell you that I know who I am. I can introduce myself because I am. I am no longer talking about a fictional self of me. I am no longer talking in abstract. I don't need to paraphrase it. I don't need synonyms to make the word better. I know who I am. I found my voice. I found still in storm, peace in the storm. Life is not the cause of my problem. Another human being can never be the cause of my problem. I am in charge of my life. I love all parts of my body equally. I love all reflections of my being equally. I love all personality that God granted this being. I accept it. I know who I am. I am perfectly Posa. I know who I am. Guys, when you know who you are, it's a feeling of welcome home. Even if you are in a tiny hole, even if you are in the depth of it and everything is blazing around you, you know who you are. So I will be going on a break. I am not going to lose sight of who I am. Instead, I am going to draw from everything that I am, well, from every part of my being. I am going to give my last energy, if it comes to that, into creating the next realities that I want. The podcast taught me this. I no longer need to wait for people to create opportunities. I can create my reality. I would always, of course, put my hand out there. I would always push. I would always try to get it. But whenever I get a no, I come back and create a yes for myself. And you have to keep doing that. You have to create your reality. You have to create your atmosphere. So you have to be one with yourself. Otherwise, you would run insane. Only you can control your reaction. I am living every day of my life triumphantly. Lead your life. I would love to remind you again that the philosophy is to always choose life, always choose you. When things keep happening, keeps repeating themselves, ask yourself, what am I supposed to learn? What am I supposed to do? What am I not getting right? This keeps cycling. Where am I getting it wrong? Don't point at others. Point at yourself. Stay positive, guys. When I say stay positive, we now know that positive will come with negative. So in the middle of it, spark that light. Be that light. Create that light for yourself. Stop waiting for anyone else. Create it. Remember our goals, all of our goals. Don't let those dreams die. Don't forget we are getting into the middle of the year. Very soon there's a rush that we have to do. Take it easy. Deep breaths, baby. Deep breaths. It's okay. These battles give you your badges of life. Embrace them. Welcome them. Remember, every challenge is there to teach you a lesson. I'm super excited that I've been able to find my voice with you, my dear listener. I am going on a break, not to go lazy around. Yes, I'm going to do some lazing around, guys. I'm definitely going to do some lazing around, but I'm going to plan, I'm going to produce, and I want you to keep living your dreams, guys. Keep living your dreams. Don't forget, reach out to me. I will be in your DMs. I'll be sending you episodes, refreshing your minds whenever my spirit says to share. I will be led by the spirit. I know. Keep living your dream. So I'm looking out for those news. I'm looking out to hear about you living your dreams. Thank you to every listener. If you just listen to episode 1, thank you. If you listen to just episode 15, thank you. Thank you to every listener. Every time I saw that someone played it, 2 people played it, 3 people played it, 5 people played it, I am encouraged to come back next week Thursday, because so long as I have one person listening, I am doing well. So I want to say a big thank you. So this is it, guys. This is it. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the shout outs. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the feedbacks. Thank you a million times. Thank you. So guys, I don't want to leave you. Can you tell that I don't want to leave you? Can you tell? But I'll be back. I'll be back pretty soon. And I'm coming like Brigadier then. So until I talk to you again, keep being perfectly you.